Hi, I'm Brianna.
Hi, I'm Regina.
Welcome to the Charmarama. Today we're having a bit of an unstructured yap session, just in the car. Charmarama car chat.
Car chat, I like that.
Yeah.
Because we're in the car and we're chatting with you. So we are two amazing ladies and we talk about everything everywhere according to us. I am Gen X.
I'm Gen Z.
And we are merging in. We are joining the generations.
Loud children.
Yeah.
You know, I think children are the only people who are allowed to be loud. It's their very first time on earth and they don't know anything. It's fine. Plus, we're outside, so it's a given, you know.
It's good to be outside though. I'm enjoying the fall weather.
Yes.
It's a nice breeze. The sun is bright.
The leaves are turning and they're falling all over the place. It's wonderful. I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
I just hope he doesn't fall.
I hope he doesn't hurt himself.
Okay, so for Icebreaker today, we're going to be playing a fun little game of word association, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Don't think of your word ahead of time. Stop cheating. I see you. All right. 1, 2, 3, plan. We go together.
No, you said don't cheat, don't think about it, and you...
Don't, just first word that pops in your head.
Okay, fine.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Glass.
I said grass.
And I said glass.
Okay.
As in drinking glass.
Okay.
As in Princess House crystal glass.
All right, fancy. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Plate.
Bike.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Walk. Mom. We're supposed to go together.
You said that already. Stop repeating yourself.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yellow.
Swing.
Okay, I see where we're going. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Slide.
Drive.
1, 2, 3.
Snow. Are we a match? Did we match?
No. You said drive, I said through, and then you said snow. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Rain.
Fork. We are not on the same wavelength.
I think we lose. I don't know how many times that was.
Yeah, too many to count. We're not good at this game.
Right.
You're better at it than me.
There's no way to be good or bad. I guess we're not together. Our telepathy isn't working.
Okay.
We gotta plug the machine back in.
That's hilarious.
So, yes, this is pretty unstructured, but I did have like a topic of things that I wanted to talk about, and I feel like this one is particularly fitting. Kids in adult-only spaces. Now, I love kids. I used to work in childcare, and honestly, I would love to do it again. It was like really fun. However, I don't think kids should be everywhere. In public spaces, you know, like on planes and stuff, just like outside at a park, at a playground, at a restaurant, of course you're going to see children there. At an arcade, you're going to see children there. Children should not be at bars, breweries, in places where there's drugs or alcohol. I don't think so. And if it's a child-free wedding, like a specifically child-free event, do not bring your baby here.
You don't think children belong on airplanes?
They do. It's public transportation, technically. So, I mean, where else are they going to go?
Well, you said something about planes.
Oh, no, I think they should be on planes if their family's there.
Yeah.
Like, but people just like complain. There's been a lot of people who like hate kids and like never want to see them ever anywhere. And I'm like, it's too far. Yes, they're loud and annoying. You were loud and annoying as a child.
Right. That's a bit extreme. We're not going to have a child-free society. And people forget that they were once crying babies or annoying toddlers.
You were once loud and annoying too.
Right. All the sighing and gasping and hard breathing needs to stop.
They're riding their bike up the hill.
But then also I think children need to be coached by adults and responsible adults. You know, so don't let them hear and see and listen and ingest and take in everything.
Yeah.
Let a child be a child. Some things are just not for, you know, children's view. It's not for audiences of a certain age. And so a lot of that needs to be taken into
consideration.
I want to say consideration for parents and guardians. Be responsible.
Please. They need to learn how to act in public spaces, and how are they going to know if they're never out there? Yeah. You can't be complaining about the baby crying during church. Well, maybe the baby should not be in the sanctuary.
Right.
Children's church.
Children's church. And if you don't have an option for children's church, then you're just going to have to set yourself up to take breaks. and just, remove yourself from the sanctuary to just move them around a little bit, or to give them a snack or something. And I know it's like abrupt and interfering with you wanting to be in worship, but children need time to grow and to adapt.
Mm-hmm.
My grandchildren told me last week, and they was like, Grandma, we go right to sleep in church, and we sleep until the service is over.
And I'm like, so then what's the point of bringing them to church? You could have nap time at home.
It was hilarious. But you know what? The word of God is not bound. So even though they fall asleep, it's still able to get into their heart. It's still able to impact their soul. So if they fall asleep, fine. But if they stay awake, then, that's great.
Yeah. Ideally, they would absorb better mentally, consciously.
I think we ought to be more responsible in creating safe spaces for children. Because you can always gauge the degradation of society by the way children are treated or mistreated, the way they are neglected or the way they are accepted. You can always gauge the overall mindset. And I think that's sad, because the least among us, or the most vulnerable among us, need that extra care. And I think and I know for a fact that's on the agenda of the Most High. How are we treating the children?
Mm-hmm.
How are we creating safe spaces for them? How are we, allowing them to mesh in society without stealing their childhood, but protecting their innocence?
And they're not being treated very well as of late. I remember there are so many things that we could have been able to do, or like even your generation or my generation, how we could have done when we were younger. We could have gone to the mall. We could have gone skating. I remember when Justice was still called Limited To, and we could go there. There was a teen-focused store. Claire's is a teen-focused store. Like, we could do things like that. But they can't do that. Like, Gen Alpha cannot do that. They're now constantly being pushed in adult spaces or in places that are lawless lands. Like, they're spending a lot of time on the internet, more than we did, and we grew up on the internet.
Right.
And it's not good, because now we got 8-year-olds talking like 20-year-olds. Where are you gonna grow now? Because when you become 20, who are you gonna be talking like then?
Right.
The children are just sassy and grown because they're spending too much time with adults. Like, the teenagers and the children are watching baddies.
Too fast, too soon.
Too fast.
Too much.
It's too much.
So I think we all should do a better job with that. If you don't have children, but you know people who do, pray that the adults in their lives will make better choices to preserve their youth, preserve their innocence, and to protect them as much as they can. No one can cover like the angels of the Lord and the hand of the Lord can. So we have to pray, we have to intercede, but then we have to be wise and do all that we can to protect them and to steer them away from what will steal their youth or their childhood.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And on a related note, slightly related, Ayesha Curry. Now, what she was saying was that she didn't realize that she was on the path that she was on, the path of, wifehood, motherhood, and everything, until she was already on it. And then once you had that baby, it's no unhaving it. You're already in this. And that wasn't the life that she had pictured for herself when she was younger. So I watched the interview, and she was talking about how she thought she was going to be a career woman, never really dreamed of getting married and having the kids, and like the life that she's living now, it was never on her radar until it got there. And then she's like looking around with her kids and everything, and she's like, how did I get here? And she'd been previously expressing a sentiment like that for years, and people just like keep making fun of her. And like, and part of it is you're also proving her point, because people only ever think of her, or mostly think of her, as Steph Curry's wife, and that's not the life that she wanted for herself years ago when she was younger. She didn't want to be tied to somebody else. She wanted to just be Ayesha, whatever her maiden name is, I forgot.
And I mean, I feel like in society we need to practice ethical listening. Listen to understand, listen to comprehend. She's the type of person that would want to agree to an interview to explain herself or express herself, her heartfelt, feelings about her life publicly. So it doesn't give us the right to just make all of these harsh, hard core opinions and judgments about her. She wasn't saying that she hated her children or regret having a children or hated her marriage or regret having a marriage. She was just saying that she didn't take enough time to carve out that individuality before she married a man and then meshed with his life and his goals and then had children, and then she had to, meet the responsibilities of that role. And so if all of us are careful, we can look at that and see where we've kind of blended in with our families, our friends, or whomever we share space with, and we've kind of let people cross boundaries or cross over into our lives, and it's chipped away at our individuality. So if you don't hold on to your autonomy and you don't, seek the Lord for his plan and what your purpose is, then you'll join with someone, and then you'll look around, 5 or 10 years later or sooner than that, and be like, wow, I'm not in my passion, I'm not in my purpose, or my purpose has expanded before I was able to find something that was just for me. Because you give yourself away, in a manner of speaking, when you become a wife, and when you become a mom, or when you become a husband, or when you become a dad. There are parts of you that you have to give to the people you're in relationship with, and the people you're responsible for. And so if you haven't sought plans and purpose and a passion and just your autonomy about things, then next thing you know, you look around, you be like, well, where did I go? So now she's at a place where she has to rediscover herself, and then she has to figure out, the person Aisha, aside from being a wife and being a mother. So there's room for herself. She just has to learn how to carve that room out, to her liking. So it can be a new beginning for her. And she talked about being in therapy, which is good, because nobody should be walking around saddled or burdened with cares and things that you can't change, aspects of your life that you can't, undo, like you can't unring a bell. So then you have to find out, okay, so what's the direction to keep a hold of what I already have, but to embrace what I'm missing, what parts of me, need to be fulfilled. And so while people want to judge her and criticize her, they're not listening. They're not practicing good listening skills.
People are judging her so much, and I feel kind of bad for her. Like, she doesn't deserve judgment. She wants to be in like a free space. That makes me think of the movie Hong for Jesus, how Regina's character lost herself in the role of wife and mother. And when she expressed to her own mother she lost herself in the role of wife. She's talking to her own mom and was like, dude, I don't know if I can stay with this. Like, this is crazy. Like, he's dragging me down. I feel like I don't know who I am anymore. And the mom was like, that's a good man, Savannah.
Yeah.
You need to stay with him.
And that's not the be all end all. We're not criticizing that somebody's husband or wife is good. We're saying that where do we fit in the equation?
Yeah.
Because the other person or the other personality is so big, I feel swallowed. I feel small. I feel like I have to shrink in order to continue to exist here. Those are real problems. Or you can be in a marriage where you are growing, progressing, and maturing faster than your spouse. And when you try to share aspects of that growth, they want to look at you as if you think you're better than them, or you're trying to teach them something or usurp some type of authority over them. And you're not. You're just sharing your growth. You're sharing your progress and your development with the hopes that they'll follow that same trajectory for their lives, especially in a marriage. Because you got somebody that's, primitive, and then somebody who's excelling. It can create an imbalance. We may not grow at the same rate, but we should both be growing forward. And so it creates an issue. So she wasn't saying that she had an issue with her husband. She wasn't trying to embarrass him. She was talking about herself, because she is an individual who is sharing a life with a man, a good man, a godly man, and beautiful children. So she's just trying to carve that out. I think if people would take more time for critical thinking and ethical listening, they'd communicate better. And I think everybody should reflect on their lives, where they were, where they are now, and where they're going. Right? That's just the way it is. If you're not reflecting and introspect and examining and evaluating yourself, like, what are you doing?
Wasting time.
Exactly.
Not
and time
is as efficient as you could be.
Not as efficient as you can be with your own life, because time is an expendable commodity. Okay. So why are you wasting it?
Be active. Be proactive with your choices.
And I think people who are hammering on her because he is such a good and godly man and he's out front,
from what we know,
and successful, from what we know about him, they're jealous of her lifestyle, because they're thinking, well, if I had that, I wouldn't complain, not one iota.
I sure would.
Oh, please. Please.
Complain a lot.
Anything and anyone outside of the Most High God has flaws. So there would be something, maybe to critique and not so much complain about, but to have some opinions over. So a lot of the people are jealous
and being disingenuous about it.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, but I'm really concerned for her, because I know what it's like to be a young wife and a young mother, and you're still trying to find your voice and trying to find your way out of childhood issues, out of being a young adult, and what that immaturity looks like, and trying to carve your way out of insecurity and all those different things. So
yeah, and as a woman, it's hard to push back against the whole societal belief we're supposed to just be wives and mothers, and that's it. Like, you lose yourself in family, and you're supposed to lose yourself. And like, you'll talk to, like, I would imagine that she would be seeking support from her own mothers or his mom and like his family and stuff, and they probably would also just be like, yeah, you're here to support your husband, because they grew up in a time where if you didn't have a man, you couldn't really live a life. Women were not allowed to have bank accounts until 1970.
Right. So if she's around any boomers or silent generation, that was their worldview.
That's their whole thing.
But if they're like older millennials or Gen X or younger Gen X, then they have a taste of more independence,
hopefully,
and more autonomy. You know, as much as it would expand their mind, and so they may have meshed well with the lifestyle. You know, and just kind of went along with it until they figured out, okay, I need something for myself too.
Yeah. And that's what you should do with your life. Carve things out for yourself. You are an individual. Build a life for yourself so you can stand on your own 2 feet before you decide to share that life with someone else. And then make sure that you're both together. It's not just one person supporting the other, and that's the entirety of the relationship. That you support each other. It should be a give and a take.
Right, a partnership.
Yeah.
And that's what we mean when we say match and fit when it comes to marriage. So I think single individuals should explore, you know, their likes and their dislikes. You know, what a passion is, what a purpose is, what is a call on your life. Just, you know.
Yeah, how do you vibe?
Right.
What's your plan?
Right. Do you have one? Have you presented one before the Lord? Just, what are you journaling? What's your life mission statement?
And about that interview, I think I liked the interviewer. I'd been thinking about how a lot of interviews just are not, like, the people just are not asking enough questions. Bring back the journalism degrees. And we talked about this the other day. How Matthew freaking Knowles, a.k.a. Beyonce's daddy, the former manager of Destiny's Child, one of the best girl groups ever in life, he was talking about spreading information that we had, like, never known before about the why. Put It in the Love Song video was never really out. And he was talking about how they had to airlift gangsters out and stuff out of the neighborhood or whatever. And the interviewer was just like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. Where is the follow-up question? You don't even have the degree, but put me right there. Put me on the stage. I can figure it out. I can pull the information out. Because I have so many questions about that video specifically, and so many questions for someone who's in that type of situation. Yeah, I need to know. I need to know.
It's the way your brain works.
I got questions.
And you're a tad nosy, too.
I'm very nosy. I can acknowledge that. I used to do the, you know, what was it? This is the January, February, March, you know, and thing like we used to do. And I got on notes every single time, no matter what order I did. And I always ended on notes.
It's just germane to you, and that's fine. But
I want information.
Journalism and questioning and interviewing, you need good questions, follow-up questions. You need to get to the meat and crust with the time that you're given. You don't have an endless amount of time. So that's why preparation.
Too many people there's too many influencers in the journalism space.
Yeah, it's too many. We need people who are credentialed or certified or trained, at least read up on it.
All the podcasts and everybody just wants to talk. They want a chance to talk to the celebrities, and I get it, because I want a chance to talk to the celebrity too, but I'm not going to do it unless I have something else to say, something to add, you know. Like Jennifer Hudson and Keke Palmer both have interviews, and they are celebrities, so they would typically have been in the place of being interviewed, and now they're the interviewers with their own shows. And even watching that, I'm like, I feel like we could have delved a little bit deeper into this, but it's become a lot more about entertainment than actual information. And I think that's where we're moving too far forward. Like, things are too focused on entertainment and escapism and stuff like that. Where is the information? Where's the meat to this sandwich?
I'm still into information.
Yeah, I'm informing myself now. Thanks.
Leaning. I don't want to go all everything doesn't have to be entertainment.
Yeah, it's okay to be bored. It's okay to be bored.
It's okay to level out. You know, it's not even about boredom. It's like leveling out. You know?
Like, let's relax a little bit. Not everything needs to be. I think we're overstimulating ourselves, and then complaining about being overstimulated.
Because that's fun, and it's.
You have the equivalence of Times Square in your head at all times and in your face.
Let's learn how to take in information, critically think about it, gauge it. You know, weigh it against what our morals and values are, and our thought processes. You know.
Yeah.
It's just too much instant gratification and microwave type of in and out. On to the next.
Instant gratification. And I love instant gratification. I want what I want when I want it. But I also understand the value and the patience of waiting. I have to go through that process. I have to slow myself down, because if I could have whatever I wanted whenever I wanted, then I would be bored, because now I can just have it whenever I want it. I'm using the process to make things fun.
And you just collect a bunch of things that you no longer use, like a closet full of broken or old toys.
I did used to have hoarder tendencies.
Yeah.
You know, I'm looking at it now, and I think we do look alike.
Who, you and I? Not.
I don't know why you don't see it, Mom.
I saw a really young picture of Mom, your grandma, and you looked exactly like her. I was like, oh my goodness, this is Breeze, your twin in this picture.
Because you look like her. We both have fat faces and glasses.
No, but with that picture, it was the way your eyes are shaped. People say I look like my mom because they haven't seen my dad, they haven't seen his sister,
same,
and they haven't seen his grandmother. So, and when I go around my cousins on my dad's side, I'm like, wow, we have like the same faces. My cousins are like gorgeous, like we're all pretty. But I see more on that side than this side. But like your eye shape is similar to my mom's.
Grandma had really big glasses too. We like big glasses. We're not really rectangular. No, I don't know a single person who doesn't have glasses like this or like that.
But I think we have certain similarities to our face, but for the most part.
Do you have dimples? You do.
I have one.
Me too.
Yeah, we only have one. Arisha has two.
Arisha has two. I'm not jealous about it anymore, but I used to be. I used to be so jealous.
That's hilarious.
It's symmetrical. They're both in the same spot too. I love dimples.
What did I do with my water bottle? I need water.
Hey, thirsty?
Anyway, so what's next for us?
I wanted to talk about how Missy Elliott's Get Your Freak On was named the #1 song of the 21st century. She deserves it.
When did that song come out?
2003?
Oh, really?
2006? I don't know. I was definitely... I probably fell. Good thing you got on a helmet, child. Yeah, I was a child, so somewhere around there, definitely in the 2000s.
I thought it had come out like...
She absolutely slayed. I read
later.
Risha had like a Missy Elliott biography or something, and I read that. That was when I found out that her name was Melissa. I thought she'd just been named Missy.
That's such a cute name.
That's so cute. No. And she's short, and that's it. She still is making music, but I think she's more of a producer now. She's always been a producer, but like she's doing that more and more and more. I heard her song in a commercial. I don't even remember what the commercial was, but all I know is they was talking about, it's your feminine plan yet. I was like, yep.
She's definitely an acclaimed, artist, singer, songwriter, and producer, and she's from Hampton Roads.
She is from Virginia. I read that in the biography too. Completely forgot. We used to live in Hampton Roads, Virginia Beach area.
Yeah, we lived in Virginia Beach, actually.
Yeah, that was super fun.
I miss being so close to the shore.
Oh my gosh, right?
Yeah.
Whenever I retire or whenever I feel like it, I'm definitely going to move back to the beach. It was so fun being around the water and the salt and the sea. What book was it? It was Diary of a Wimpy Kid or something, where the kid was like, Greg, he was scared of the ocean because he was like, it's fish pee.
That's disgusting to think about.
You're overthinking it. You're overthinking it.
Yeah.
By a lot. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I don't know why you would think about that at this time.
He was so upset about it. Those were good movies. Good books. Better books than movies. But that was solid. I also want to talk about how Chandler Moore is suing the Maverick City Music founder.
I had not heard that. Did you hear that on X, the former Twitter? Or where did you hear that from?
The founder dude, posted on YouTube about it. And it was just, one of those readable posts. So it was probably also on Instagram and Twitter and like wherever else. And he was saying that that Chandler is like absolutely false. And the allegations are crazy, that he's never said anything like that. I'm definitely paraphrasing by a lot. But he's just saying that Chandler's accusations were false and everything. And I was like, I remember you recently being on my TikTok Fipe For You page because you were saying something about, I don't know, he was doing something stupid. I was like, was it because he voted for Trump, or like it was something weird?
And it was about the chatter about gospel music and just how he felt like people are evolved and gospel music doesn't sell, and gospel versus CCM type of thing. Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, it's a weird thing for you to be talking about, but all right, whatever.
They kind of laid into him. But what's the dollar amount that Chandler's suing for?
800,000 American dollars.
When somebody can put a dollar amount on something, it ought to make you question the validity of it.
800.
And so that's why I'm inclined to believe that Chandler's not lying. But it'll have to play out in court.
Mm-hmm. Take it to court. He's suing him. It was withholding royalties and something else. And I think it was Dante or whoever had just been released from them because of inconsistent behavior, and they were having like creative differences or whatever, but they fixed everything and he was back in the band and whatever. And Chandler leaving coincided with Naomi leaving. They both left at the same time, and I think Naomi hasn't been back, and Chandler said that he wanted to focus on more solo stuff. Now come to find out it's because you withholding almost a full $1 million worth of royalties from these people. They make a lot of freaking money. Like, Maverick's music has become, they're on Elevation's level, and Elevation for a long time was carrying Christian contemporary, or from what I understood. Like, we were playing them and Hillsong constantly.
Once I knew that they were backed by evangelical dollars, I knew that they were paid.
Yeah,
that they weren't some struggling college students or young adults or whatever. Yeah, I knew. Especially like the Southern Baptist sect of evangelicals and just different organizations. So
they're the biggest Christians.
We'll see.
They got money, so that makes sense why they paid. Tell me why they dress like that. That you dress like college kids.
It's a whole aesthetic.
The blonde lady,
it'll play out in the courts, and God is for righteousness and justice.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that.
If you owe that man, give him his money, or them their money, because he's kind of been the voice for a while of their more.
And if you don't owe it, then maybe you all can apologize, forgive each other, and go on. But
because I don't see them going back. At this point, I don't work for you anymore.
Listen, do what's right as much as lies within you. If you may have a misstep, apologize, forgive, whatever it is, and move on.
He could have a good solo career by himself. Chandler, I think he'd do good.
I mean, he'll be fine.
He's got some non-Maverick music out, and that's good.
He's raised in the ministry, raised in the church, raised with musicianship. I mean, his father was a singer, or and in groups and different things in New York. So I mean,
yeah,
he's not at a loss. I'm just saying, do right or right the wrongs or whatever it is.
Everybody can be friends again.
Yeah.
We'll sing our friendship song and our friendship
or friends dance. From afar, whatever it is.
Yeah. It's like, I don't like you, but I don't dislike you. Like, it's not beef, but it's not butter either.
And I mean, I love you with the love of the Lord, but we'll never be close again.
From a distance.
You're forgiven and that type of thing. I'm at the place I have learned how to apologize, and it's taken me a long time to do that. And I just feel like I want to apologize to everybody for everything. And I hope and pray you can forgive me for anything that I've done at any time that I wasn't the best version of myself and I didn't treat you right. Apostle Dr. Ken Moses said this one day. He said the anointing will make you apologize. And clearly you can't reach out or see or get in touch with, or some people will refuse to talk to you that you would want to apologize to. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to just say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I hurt you, mistreated you, or whatever it was that offended you. I apologize, and I hope that you can forgive me. And I forgive everybody for everything, and I hold no offenses in my heart. And let's all move on, and let's not, give ourselves over to bitterness and resentment and unforgiveness. None of those things work or serve us well.
I forgive everybody of everything. I say that all the time because I know I need to do it.
I say it all the time too, and I want to offer, that apologies for people and ask that they would forgive, because that forgiveness is for them and not for me.
Yeah.
So it's my prayer that they would heal and be well and all these things while I'm becoming the best version of myself. A better version of me all the time. Ecosystems evolve, but people become, especially the people of God. We take on more Christ-likeness. We take on the mind of Christ. Our mind is renewed. And we just, formed into the image and likeness of our risen Savior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just grow more.
We grow more.
Like this.
We grow.
We're sunflowers, because we always face the sun.
And we're discipled into growth, so we're more light and we're more salt as well.
Yeah.
Discipled into healing and deliverance. So everybody's supposed to be changing for the better. Yeah.
I feel good. That was fun.
It was nice. Are we yapping about anything else?
Oh, there is one thing. I think people are far too obsessed with the 90s. It was 30 years ago.
Ma'am, don't be a hater. You literally have people still listening to Motown. Your grandmother had satellite radio in her car, and it was always at the Motown station when there was so many other things to listen to, but that was her favorite.
That was her favorite.
I really feel like the 80s and 90s had the best music outside of the Motown era.
I agree. I think disco never should have died. My queen, Donna Summer. Oh my god.
Oh, I love Donna Summer.
The mother of pop.
Oh. Minnie Riperton. I mean, I was grateful to grow up around so much music between my mom and my Uncle Alvin, and even Uncle Jesse was the one who brought in so much jazz, you know.
That's an underrated genre.
Yeah, it really is.
Honestly, I hope it stays that way, low-key. It's like when the things become too mainstream, they're really, really good, and then they start getting really, really bad.
Because too many hands start touching it, and
too
they
many
taint
hands,
it.
And they want profit, and it's weird. Like the definition of R&B changing, the definition of rap changing, and no longer being, like, there's too many ghostwriters, there's too many people who aren't really talking about anything, too many people who aren't, like, whose artistry is just, like, if you're a better dancer than singer, dance. Just do that. Just do that.
Yeah, I think people dilute the impact of something when they just touch it because they have this agenda or this greed or just lust or corruption, just whatever it is.
It's just weird.
Yeah, it's just weird.
I will say Destin Conrad has a jazz album out that's fantastic.
Is that right?
It's going gold in my phone. It's so good. It's wonderful. Rap used to mean rhythm and poetry, and people are really forgetting that. It's because the kids aren't reading anymore. Not reading anymore, so not a poet. You're just kind of saying the same things if the songs sound the same.
That's a big concern, illiteracy in this country.
Illiteracy. Please, let's open up a book.
We need a literacy program.
Read 1984. Read Romeo and Juliet. Read Hamlet.
And so, yeah, I will not lightly let go or easily let go your jab against the 90s. I forgive you. However, I'm making a mental note that you tried it.
It was a solid decade. I was born in 1999, so I get it. But, like, why are we talking so much about things that are people that are 90s fine and the 90s R&B and the 90s fashion?
Because we had such a strong
Where's the Y2K?
Aesthetic, a strong presence there. I mean, it was just on us.
Things were really great in the 90s. And I'm not going to say that there wasn't. There was excellent TV. There were black people all over the place, and they would be wearing their college sweatshirts and stuff. That made me want to go to Howard when I saw, Will Smith and Bel Air doing it, and A Different World, the college kids and stuff.
Yeah, Bill Cosby in the college Cosby show, he was always wearing some college or university sweatshirt.
They were, and that was, like, really helpful.
Like a homage.
That's cool.
But, I mean, I went to boarding school because, number one, my cousin Sharon went first, but then The Facts of Life was on TV as well. And so I ended up going to Foxcroft School for Girls in Middleburg, Virginia. So I went to boarding school because of what I saw on TV. And then my cousin went like the year before I did. She was like a year or so older than me. A year or two older than me.
And I know pretty much nothing about Facts of Life. The Facts of Life. The Facts of Life.
With Kim Fields.
That's it.
And the ones, yeah.
Oh, well, she was Tootie.
Yeah, she was Tootie, and she was on the skates all the time.
Okay, I've seen like a few clips of it. I may have seen one full episode.
Yeah.
I was like way before my time. I didn't even see all of the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you missed out on some things.
I did miss out on some things. But whose fault is that?
Yours.
Oh.
Because you had time to get.
When I was born.
Well, you had time to get caught up on things, and as much as you snuck around to watch things that you weren't supposed to, that your older siblings were into.
I feel like I should have been able to watch That's So Raven. I don't see the problem. I just don't see the issue. Twitches, okay, I can see Twitches. That's So Raven.
You know, I wasn't playing any of no twitching and
if
blinking
it had the
and
word
witchcraft
witch or demon in it, I was not allowed to have it. Anything like with magic, couldn't read Harry Potter, couldn't have Pokemon. I don't know why. Couldn't do that. Couldn't do Winx Club. Could not do Winx Club, and I was so upset about that one.
Granted, we, named and labeled a whole bunch of things witchcraft, but I was not taking any chances. Because by that time, your father had passed away, and I was a single parent. It was 4 against 1. I was outnumbered, and I was doing all I can to raise you children in the fear and admonition of the Lord. Why? Because that was my job.
Mm-hmm. I feel like me watching Winx Club wouldn't have gotten you fired.
And there's only so much protection you could render, so you want to do what you can.
Neither could that.
How you can, and things still slip through the cracks. So Anyway.
That's a Raven came on ABC Family on Saturdays, and that was what
You don't need no psychic. You need the Holy Ghost. You need the Ruach HaKodesh.
I would have wanted to see it because you know I'm prophetic and I was having visions too. So
no, you need the real thing, but that's the counterfeit. You can't learn the real thing from a counterfeit. So you didn't miss out on anything. You might as well stop crying and quibbling about it. You just want to argue about something. You are like the queen of arguments.
It was such a good show. I feel like I would have really liked seeing it.
No, and now if you watch all of that stuff, you just contaminate the gift with watching it.
How so?
Because it's not authentic. It's inauthentic.
I'm not depending on Raven Baxter for anything.
Well, that's good.
Like,
I'm just saying,
a girl.
You know, to the pure, everything is pure. But once you start infiltrating impurities, you know, we're not supposed to ingest and take in everything just because we can, and we think that it won't affect us. You know, we can have weak moments where those things will, you know, cross over or cross the line with us. So, yeah.
Okay, I see that point.
What else are we yapping about?
That was it.
That was plenty. We said a mouthful.
We did.
We have a lot of footage. I'm enjoying this this show that we're doing. I'm grateful for the opportunity to do it and to be consistent with it. I hope it's resonating with you all. I hope we're saying something or bringing up something that'll get you thinking or get you praying and get you to ask questions and even seek the Lord for some answers.
Yeah, I hope we're getting places.
Yeah, hope we're being impactful and funny along the way. So thank you for joining us for another week of Daughter Mama Charmarama as we chat here in the car. So we look forward to seeing you in our next episode. We love you. Be well. Be good. Bye.